So now we are in Kamptal in Austria, which is a place that Nick and I went relatively recently, a few years ago. Yeah. If you don't count COVID, pretty recently. So this is a project called, well, actually, I should make you do the pronunciations.
Okay. This is a project called Fuchs and Hase, Fuchs und Hase,
which means fox and hare or rabbit. So it's two men. It's Alwyn. No, you can do this too. Martin Arndorfer and Alwyn
Jerschitz.
Okay, so two guys that basically create a series of Pet-Nats. So this one is volume 4. I think they have 5 total. And everyone is a different expression of a grape and a different style of it. So this one is a blend of Müller, Thurgau, and Grüner Veltliner. It has, I believe, 12 days of skin contact. Let me double check. Yeah, 12 days of skin contact, co-fermented together. And then what they did is they basically just put it in the bottle before all of the fermentation had finished, which is why it is sparkling, though I will say it's not crazy bubbly. Like when I first opened it, it didn't explode or anything like that. So that's the way it was made. And let's see, anything else you should know about this? Oh, they only made 1,800 bottles, low ABV. And yeah, generally, well, I won't get ahead of myself. I've already tried it. So let's start at the top.
So on the nose for me, it definitely smells like Grüner.
Yeah.
I think of Grüner as like a really kind of light, not I mean, maybe a little bit grassy kind of grape. And, definitely get a lot of that. Just kind of pretty delicate on the nose, but, Müller Thurgau gives it a little bit of that kind of almost tropical kind of backbone to it. So it's a really interesting smell to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm getting more of like the grassy or like earthy notes on the top, and then on the bottom it's pretty zesty. I'd say it's like
Grüner.
Yeah, it's like limey, and yeah, like I think it has some minerality to it as well, a little wet, rocky. We'll see what it's like while we try it.
For sure. Definitely a lot, definitely getting a lot out of it.
Yeah, zesty. So yeah, super zesty and like very high acid. My mouth is watering a ton now. A little bit of phenolic bitterness, but actually a surprising amount of tannin.
Phenolic bitterness being that kind of aspirin-y thing that you get from the skin contact.
Yeah, so this one really, I'm feeling more tannin from it, which is a little bit tough to tell just because the acid is so high. But yeah, I think like they've described it as like their more serious one, and I can kind of get why they would put this more as like their serious Pet-Nat.
Yeah. How many days on skins did you say? 13?
12.
12. So definitely getting a little bit of that kind of oranginess to it, which I think is really nice. And because Grüner, I think Grüner does really well with that because it's so kind of green. I really like having a little bit of skin contact on it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like it has, like I wasn't getting much orange on it at all on the nose. I get a little bit of it now, but I think after you said the word green, like I really feel like this is a bit of like a more green and vegetal take on this, which is honestly kind of surprising. Yeah, just very complex, very nuanced, I think.
Yeah.
So what would you put it with? It's like not your normal Pet-Nat pairing, I would say. I think you got to go like
watermelon salad.
Interesting.
Because it's sweet and this has so much acid. I feel like that kind of pairing could be really nice.
Oh man, Alice Summer, I was talking about watermelon and halloumi on the grill. That would definitely work here.
Yeah.
But we're obviously talking about November now. So what about things for now?
Anything heavier. What's that word in Great British Baking Show? For like heavy foods.
Stodgy.
Yeah, stodgy I guess isn't really good, but
we've been watching a lot of Great British Baking Show.
That kind of like, something that's super creamy or super rich, I think would be really good too, because it has that kind of acid that can cut through that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's going to cut through and it has enough structure to stand up to that. Yeah, you could put it with like porks. You could don't put it with like red meats, but like it could stand up to chicken. It could stand up to porks. And yeah, it does still have some of that tropical.
You could also just drink it. Like,
yeah, it's definitely
really nice and it's light, and you could just kind of, it's only 11% ABV. Like you just
any kind of salsas
like beforehand if you're doing this for Thanksgiving,
Oh yeah, that was I've now forgotten, but now remembered that's actually why I picked this one, is that I thought it would be a really nice style of Pet-Nat for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So definitely open it up for that.
It's
Like
clean,
it's gonna go.
it'd be a crowd pleaser. Like
Yeah.
it's not like crazy funky. It's really nice.
We'll definitely work with cheesy stuff on there, and the potatoes is gonna work with your turkey. Like you can't go wrong with this. Although I wouldn't put it with dessert. A lot of times I'll put Pet-Nat with dessert. No, don't do this one.
No.
All right, so enjoy.